here at the end of the line at the metro station Constitucion 1917, and we're going to go to the cable. Is a newer system that goes above the city, and it costs 7 pesos, which is about like 70 cents about, and there's no transfer, so you have to use your same card. So if you have your metro card, you can use your metro card, but you'll get charged again. It's 5 pesos for the metro here where we're at, and then we'll get another 7 peso charge to ride the cable bus. Follow the signs to the cable bus and see where it leads. We're not going anywhere particular on the cable bus, but we just want to see Mexico from up above and go into the mountains. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, Guinness World Record for the longest public cable car system, measuring 10,555.3 meters, 34,630 feet.
Officially amazing.
Officially in 2021. Okay, gracias. Perdón, no sabemos cómo funciona. We're locked and loaded into the cable bus, heading up into the mountains. We have no idea other than we're going up into the mountains and what we're gonna do. It's not really a touristy thing. Like, this is just how people commute in from the state of Mexico into Mexico City. So it's kind of, this is like taking the Staten Island ferry, but it cost us 7 pesos.
Yeah. Staten Island ferry was not bad. Yeah. Wasn't it free?
Yeah, it was free.
Yeah. Staten Island ferry is free. 7
There's some cool murals though down below. I can see murals on the places, so that's kind of cool. Lots of murals on the roofs of the building. That's kind of like a thing. See if we can find some cool ones.
There's a nice Jaguar.
Yeah, that's a cool Jaguar.
A Jaguar mask. Now that it's to another place without stops in between.
Yeah.
Right.
Thought this thing just went there and back again, but there's actually 5 different stations we learned on this route, so we're headed even farther into the mountains, I guess. Interesting part, we got a little map. We had to transfer here at Jalapa station, and then it looks like there's 3 more to get to the end of the line, so that's how it works. You can see the smog of Mexico City over there.
Yeah.
We're really getting high up now.
Oh yes, it is. It's like a puzzle picture.
Oh, and look, they have a plane.
Yep.
Look at that traffic. It's crazy. Line, that's the official state line right there. So, into the line for the cable bus system here. Learn at the end of the line, Denise?
Oh, if there's nobody waiting, you can stay on the cable car and go back. But if there's somebody, if there's a line, they're going to make you get off and go to the back of the line.
Yeah. We appear to be at a transportation hub here.
Yeah.
That traffic.
Veracruz.
Ixtepec, Querétaro. That's a busy highway. That's what a market looks like from up above. Was our ride on the cable bus. That was pretty cool. In 2021, it held the Guinness World Record for being the longest trolley bus. Here at Churros El Moro, which is one of the famous churro places in town. With some chocolate oat dipping sauce. I got a cold chocolate, and he's got a warm Spanish chocolate. That's kind of for dipping too, right there. It's thicker. You can see they make them all fresh here. They make them in big circles, and then they cut them, and then they put sugar and cinnamon. See over here, we're by the Palace of Fine Arts, Palacio de Bellas Artes, built in 1910 for Mexico's 100th anniversary, made out of white onyx from Carrara, Italy. This was done during the Porfiriato Diaz. Porfirio Diaz was a dictator that ruled Mexico for 40 years. To the Franz Mayer Museum, you can see how Mexico is on a lake bed. This is a really old church from the 1500s, and it's crooked because it's sinking in the swamp waters.
And it's sinking unevenly, yeah?
Yeah, it's sinking unevenly in the swamp waters in Mexico. So that's what's going on with this church right here. The Church of Santa Vera, I think is what it's called.
Santa Vera Cruz?
Yep, Santa Vera Cruz, yep. Closer to the Vera Cruz church here, you can see where the street level is and how far down it's gotten. We're going down and then back up again. These stairs is how far it's sunk. This whole area is sunk down very low. How low can you go? We're gonna go see an art exhibit about the graphics of the World Cup, and I got confused. This is the Museo Franz Mayer. It's a contemporary classic museum, and it's an old church. So I got confused, but now I know where I'm going. We're here at the football design. The first thing we're gonna see is the design of all the soccer balls. And there's the World Cup trophies themselves. This one's signed by Diego Maradona. That's pretty cool. See what some stadium seating is like, and that's what Aztec, the Mexican stage seating is like. Here is the poster from 1970 when Mexico hosted its first World Cup, and that was the shirt that they used in 1970. I believe that was the one where Brazil won. Some memorabilia from the 70s. The poster from 1978 for Argentina.
At least the first,
Yeah, Argentina's always got the blue and white stripes. 1971, they had the first women's
second,
and they painted the goalpost pink and white because that apparently appealed to women.
Yeah, that was their thinking.
Yes. And Maria is talking about the World Cup in 1986. This is the first World Cup that I actually remember. They had lots of cool stuff, and they had the little jalapeno guy. I remember the jalapeno guy was very prominent on everything. You think the shirts would always be the same, but they're not. They've definitely changed over the years. As you look at all these shirts. Here's some of the 94 shirts behind me. All different types of shirts. Here are some design elements for FIFA 2026. All the posters for 2026 here. Now we're in the main museum area here, and they're doing native designs, is what they're doing. So basically designs inspired by Native Americans. Here they're using bioluminescence to get materials that can be lighting on their own without any independent energy source. These are based on funguses here. There's Some very beautiful pieces of furniture art here. Very interesting. Very detailed handwritten books here. Some religious artwork here. Wow, some of this furniture is amazing looking. Very detailed work. This particular room looks very comfy. I like the big cushions. Reminds me of Turkey. I like those better than the chairs themselves. Better than like a sofa. I'm gonna go over here into the silver exhibition. This should be interesting. Wow. That's a lot of shiny stuff. Wow. Look at all that silver. That is crazy. Kind of afraid if I look at this mirror too long, it's gonna like reflect like my fondest desires or something. I don't know. We'll see. Oh wait, it's working. It's resulting. There it is. My fondest desire. It's a real magical mirror after all. Wow. I'm impressed. These are the craziest crowns I've ever seen. They're beautiful, but they must weigh a ton. Off of a very famous find from downtown, from the main temple. It's a black onyx piece like this. And ceramics. Center of the museum, and there's a beautiful patio with a fountain here. That's pretty cool. Sanborns, which is a common restaurant here in Mexico, and it's Saturday, so they got a singer going on, and we're gonna have a little bit of tostadas and just hanging out before our flight right now. There's our appetizer, which is enough for a whole meal there. I keep on forgetting that appetizers are huge here too. We are back at the airport, going in for security. Here at gate B35, and we gotta go all the way to where we arrived here at gate C35, and we gotta go all the way to gate B12, which is on the other side of this airport. So it's gonna be quite a walk. At least we're not in A. If you're in A, that's a separate building, so we got that going for us. There's Starbucks in Mexico. Yeah, there's a VIP lounge right there, and B12 is over there. I might have time to go over there if there's enough time, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I've been over here before, I remember. I think there's a Bubba Gump over here if I remember right. The lounge was kind of lame. All they had was water, fruit, vegetables, and popcorn. I think I'm gonna have to go buy some actual food. The VIP lounge wasn't good, so I ended up going to good old Carl's Jr. So I went to Carl's Jr. for my dinner. It was a very cool trip to Mexico 2026. Hope you enjoyed everything. We had lots of fun here, and we'll see you on the next video.